Alright, I'm back.
No.
Oh.
Fuck! Don't do this to me now! Stop!
The fuck, we're in a car? What the fuck is going on? I'm back. Chapter 11, kidnapping. This must be the last. Oh fuck, we're dying. We're dying. We're actively dying. Oh, what? Oh. How do I? What do I do? Oh. Wait. What the fuck? I'm stuck. What just, what did I just pick up? Oh. Fucking hell. What is going on? Is this the right way? No, it's not the right way. Oh. What? Is there dead bodies? What the fuck is happening? Get the gun. Okay, we really lost a lot of time. There's fucking hands! Don't pick up the hand. Now is not the time. Okay. But surely Adam wouldn't also have this disorder, right? Because he didn't have trauma as a kid. Or maybe he did. And we just don't know that yet. How many people did you kill? A lot, apparently.
Son of a bitch. I never thought he would do something like that.
So the spy...
In the messages, he wants to get rid of me. Emma, she stayed at home and he's there with her.
Where the fuck do we go? Up here? Oh yeah, up here. So he drowned us in the lake. But we were driving. That's the thing. We were driving the car. So we think it's the spy trying to get rid of us, but we were driving the car. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? So, but he's not thinking about that right now, which is fair enough, actually. Like, all things considered, Adam being a dumbass. I mean, you wouldn't really be thinking about that right now. You'd be thinking about
The house.
getting back to Emma and your wife.
Just a little more. I can do it. I have to.
Now he cares about his lonely pregnant wife. How do we still have a pickaxe? We would not be able to swim to the surface with a fucking pickaxe in our trousers. Like, come on. Come on. This has got to be the conclusion, though. This has got to be the conclusion. I can feel it. I just want to know what happens. I'm not sure how many more game... Oh. Oh, yeah.
What's going on? Where's it coming from?
Definitely the conclusion. So we get to the house and we find out. I like how we took the scenic route. Oh, actually. Oh. Oh, fuck. Basement.
Emma! Emma, are you here?
It's basement time, buddy.
The traces are leading to the basement. Where did he drag her? Our basement. Why?
Actually kind of cool, yeah. The wall.
They went this way. He knows this house better than I do.
This door. Tape recorder. This is ours, isn't it? Oh, we get to listen to ourselves. It flicks back to Nicholas. Can't make heads or tails of this anymore. If that masked man isn't my father, but my father's killer, then who is he? Who harmed all those people? We killed our father. That makes so much sense. Did my father have another child, a bastard son who he kept hidden from the world? It's time to finally rip that mask off his face. Boss battle? Boss battle to end the game? We fight ourselves? That would actually be very, very conclusive, wouldn't it? So I thought it was flickering between both because Nicholas was also at the house, but I don't think he is yet. Yeah, we're still trying to follow this guy.
Who are you? You won't deceive me anymore. We end this today.
So who are those 3 people that were hanged up? Did we kill, like, who are those people and why did we kill them? You know what I mean? like as Adam, because those don't look like past people. They look like modern people. But maybe maybe it looks like modern people because it wouldn't make sense to Adam otherwise. You know what I mean? That slow effect, by the way, where it kind of like locks you towards them and you move towards them, is actually really cool. I really like it. Because like I can kind of move my mouse, so it's not like it doesn't feel too intrusive, but it feels nice. Campers, maybe coworkers, yeah, maybe. Hello. Yeah, but like, I wonder if it'll talk about that, or like why we killed them. Because like I don't see a reason why like Adam would kill these people until he went crazy, so we haven't seen him like this effect. It's really cool actually. I don't know. I really like it. Because it slows down your movement speed a little bit and like kind of locks you towards them. It's nice. Other half is the crazy one. It doesn't seem to need a reason. Fair enough. Oh, we're at the inn. Wait, are we supposed to be at the inn? Yeah, I guess so. Boss battle? Enter the inn. Okay. Oh, it needs to get burned down. You're right. You're right. That's true. We haven't burnt it yet. So we're gonna watch ourselves do it, probably. Oh!
How is that possible? What's happening to me?
Or not. Never mind. So is this maybe where Adam was? Yeah, look.
Judge Norton.
We get to watch.
Why am I seeing him again?
We get to watch ourselves do it.
Scoundrel. I never wished you well, Norton. But this... It was him, Jacob. It was him. Who? In the mine. That was also...
He found him.
I'll get you out of here, and you'll tell me everything. Hold on.
Aww. I feel bad for Nicholas. I liked Nicholas. I thought he was the... He's not even helping him. I like right through the gut.
God damn it! He's back!
I liked Nicholas, man. And this is why Jake's tied down. So this is where Hyde escaped. Or Norton, sorry. The judge. Do we switch back?
I've told you time and time again.
Oh, no.
You snot, you can't come in here. This is a job for grown men. They go deep underground, drilling and sweating away in the dark to extract the ore from the earth. You only get in their way.
I mean, our dad was abusive, but I don't think we should have killed him.
Why does it all come back to me? I must get out of here.
How do we get up there? Yeah, it would have been cool if he looked at you. Oh shit, we're upside down! I like that. I like that. throw a little bit of wonky shit in there. This game's got everything, man. It's got everything. Where do we go now? This way, maybe? This game, they honestly threw in everything they could think of for some reason. It's so odd, but you know what? I'm kind of enjoying it. So I think we went... No, we didn't go this way. Okay, we need to flip it back upside down again, I think. How do we know which one flips it the right way up? Oh, we can light a lantern, maybe. Okay, I think this is the one we haven't tried? No, we tried this one. Go back the way we came. Go back the way we came. That'll be it, won't it? No. Do we fall down the hole? Heard worried falling down the hole will just make me die. Do we try this one? Fuck. Hmm. Okay, yeah. Okay. Now we're the right way up again. But we have the pickaxe. Let's use some more of this. Maybe this way? Oh, fucking hell. I mean, it's upside down again now. Huh. Do we need to do something maybe to do something and then flip it upside down again? So what can we do? Yeah, okay. Gotcha. What? It won't let me... Oh, there we go. I thought I could just break these boards with my hands. So we do that. Wait, my pickaxe. Or do we just go down? Maybe we just go down. I thought we'd flip it upside down again, but no. Okay. It's very dark. Oh, we're inside a house now. Is this the basement of the inn? Fucking hell, it's dark in here.
Do you really want to sit in the dark?
Oh, this is our house.
Do you like breaking rules?
Forgive me, Father. It won't happen again.
So we were pretty young.
Up.
We were pretty young. Oh, but this is the first time Nicholas finds this place.
Please, I'll go crazy if you don't let me out. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry, Nicholas. He will be sorry. What? Who's there?
Oh.
We have to help each other. The whole world is against people like us.
Poor little
All
Nicholas.
my fault. No, it's not.
So he was the
Their
crazy
fault.
one.
And they will pay.
The second one was the crazy
Your old
one.
man and the others. No, no, no. We cannot think that way. We can do anything.
Maybe...
Ever since he said you ruined his life, since he started to lock you up in here, I deserved it. He cheated on her. Did you know? And he didn't want her to have you, the most respected son of a bitch in Blackstone.
God damn.
Stop it! You're confusing me.
It's
It's
sad.
time for revenge. First, I will fuck up the mine. What do you say? I know where the
So kid swears a lot.
This is my chance.
Oh. Poor Nicholas. It seems like he's not a bad guy. Hello? I can't, I literally can't see a thing. It's pitch black. I can hear my footsteps. Oh.
You fucking
I
brat.
was supposed to turn, I was
I
just
didn't do it.
Stay away from my inn, Nicholas. Don't scare off the guests. Don't steal from the rooms.
But I've never, I swear to God.
How dare you take his name in vain?
He was doing those things. Why did I not realize that?
Shit.
Said a hustler with a heart of shit. It's not just things disappearing in this inn, but the guests too.
You were supposed to help me, not get me
I
in
don't know why it
trouble.
took me so long to realize that.
Our trouble. You will see.
So that he grew up.
Open your eyes. Now it's time for me to open fire.
So he grew up and got older and still kept doing things. But it started a lot more basic.
You're back, Nicholas. You knew you couldn't escape punishment.
Father? How is this possible?
Boss battle!
Blew up the mine. Murdered all those people. John was right.
Don't come any closer. Stay away.
So he is pretty fucking nuts. Okay, we gotta run. Oh, that's not right. Go! Go! Click, 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 click. I think I die here. I took too long. Oh god. He's coming. Oh fuck. That's not good. Click, 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 click. Come on, Nicholas, you can do it. So, but when he went to the hospital, I guess he got better, right? I mean, the good Nicholas doesn't seem like a bad guy. Oh, fuck. I can't. Where do I go? Oh, I fell. Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm dying. Okay. We did burn down the inn, though. Fucking hell. Oh! More quick time events? I'm ready. Oh my god, that was difficult. I was clicking literally as fast as I could. The axe! Oh, are we gonna kill him? Oh my god. Get him! Oh, I wrist clicked! I clicked the wrong one! I think we die. Oh, we made it. I thought that was something good. Oh! Got him. I guess we got him, technically. Or I got him. My father, he has tried to kill me even though he had already died. I know how it might sound, but I am not out of my mind. It happened for real. The inn, the flames, my father. I felt it again like a child whose soul was torn into a million pieces and then stitched back together only to bring back the never-ending suffering. I only felt that way when he was close to me, so I was sure it was him again. Now I am in the basement. I have managed to escape and hid there. But there is no way out from this place. Or maybe there is. I can hear some noises from behind the wall.
Is this really happening?
Chapter 13. The Face of the Beast. Okay, this has to be the conclusion. Better probably isn't the word for it. That's fair. That's fair.
What's going on? Where's that voice coming from?
But the other personality stopped manifesting, yeah. Which is probably for the best, because the other personality made him murder people.
Is this happening right now?
Oh.
Emma! Emma, you're here!
Okay, now we're flicking back and forth for sure. So,
I've lost my mind.
the spy can't be real then, right? If it flicks to the spy... Oh, yeah. Okay, so I don't think the spy is real. I think the spy is us as well. Which makes sense, right? But I wonder what trauma... Or, like, what... Like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like Adam was...
Is it real? Or is it
I feel like Adam was mostly okay. I mean, he's incredibly paranoid.
things that don't exist?
Don't get me wrong. He's incredibly paranoid. But he seems... He seems... like he was mostly alright until the crazy shit started happening. But he must have been crazy before then. Is that a floating plank? Wow. I really am going crazy. Let me out. Oh no, am I stuck? Oh, I think I'm stuck. No! Okay. I thought I soft locked. Okay, we're fine. Oh. The face of the beast.
It's just like
There's no coming back.
Oh, it's us. We've never actually seen our face until now, actually. So did we just... I'm confused about what the significance of that was. Did we combine? I guess. So now we're experiencing it as each other. So this is Emma, right? Oh no, this is Top Hat Man. Top Hat Man.
It's over. You can't get away. Hear me. You're not going to get away with it. I know.
Motherfucker has a machete.
Followed the trail of your crimes.
He has a machete. He can just fucking. We know he doesn't have an issue with just macheting people.
Remains a mystery. Why? That's beyond my grasp.
Actually, Emma, that would be the plot twist.
Have died. Speak up. Tell me why. The question is, why did you do it? He hurt you, I know. And I opened your eyes, and then you saw your father's reflection in every human being. A world full of beasts in human disguises. No one was innocent. Evil was eating at their consciences like a cancer. And who do you think you are to decide if they deserve to die? They certainly didn't deserve to live. They... Just think about it. Your father's partner, that old crook, desperate to get rid of us. The detective, Vulture, feeding on the tragedy of commoners. Sophia, a miner's widow and a vicious bigot who wished everyone all the worst. And last but not least, the judge, a grafter and a regular scoundrel. I've seen worse. Right, your father, a true role model for that small community. I know they were not good people, but what you did to them... I protected us, don't you see? I saved your life. Or maybe you're just a bloodthirsty sadist.
It's interesting that we were in his eyes.
In order to blot out your own. You know where you would be if it wasn't for me? In that fucking darkness. The old man would be pissing on your grave, and all of fucking Blackstone would still be full of human vermin. Maybe. But that's not an excuse. I don't need one. The choice is simple. You let the vermin spread, and they will take over the world, or you wipe them out, protecting the righteous few. They will call you a lunatic. So what? There must be another way. Like what? You'll wash your hands of it all? You'll hide from humanity in a fucking cave? You'll fall back into madness like the last time? You'll tell the doctors you don't remember anything? Really? If you get rid of me, they'll squash you like a bug. You think you can just snap your fingers and I'll be gone?
Oh, we actually get to choose. I mean, I feel like we have to. I feel like we have to. Except true nature. I mean, that is like the fucking top hat plus the evil choice is such like, it's such chaotic evil, and it's tempting just because of the chaotic evil choice. But I mean, the right choice. But I feel like everybody chooses this choice. You know what I mean? So I want to see what happens if you don't. But this isn't this. I would choose this one. So, Mr. I only like the bad guys. This guy's fucked though. Like, he's right that, well, actually, I don't think the widow lady was actually a bad person though. Like, that one was a bit of a stretch. Like, his father, yes, bad person. The judge, I mean, he was trying to scam his father, right, and steal the thing. If you destroy the evil, you might accidentally kill Emma, because in the starting scene she was in the chair. This is true. But I feel like I still feel like I should choose that. But like the judge, yes, he was trying to scam people, or he was trying to scam our dad, who was the partner, right? And then the detective. I don't think the detective was a bad guy, though, because he wanted to solve it. I mean, yes, he's trying to take advantage of people's things, but he was trying to actually solve it. You know what I mean? He was actually trying to find, like, the reasoning behind it. He wasn't just trying to come up with something and fake it. So I feel like the detective and the widow didn't really deserve to die. I mean, the other two probably didn't deserve to die either, let's be fair, but they were still bad people. But just because they're bad doesn't mean they deserve to die. But we're gonna choose this one.
Because you depend on me. Your actions were treacherous. You ruined my life, and I can't change that.
So you'll become another victim. Hopefully the last one.
How are we doing today?
Oh,
What happened? Why am I in...
this is Adam, right?
Every day, the same question. Which is reason enough to keep you here, isn't it? Not to mention all the rest.
My wife.
Yeah, it's
Emma,
Adam.
She...
We're talking about you. Please, focus.
Emma and I were expecting a baby. And some people are trying to...
So far, your theories have not been confirmed.
Theories? What theories?
Concerning what happened in Blackstone, what happened to your wife, and what they have done.
But I was there. They took photos of us, planted bugs.
I've been asking you for months, but I'll ask you one more time. Who are they? Am I one of them?
Months. Did they tell you to brainwash me? They, Soviets, Ruskies, commies, call them whatever you fucking want. There's a fucking war going on.
Who in the service has talked to you? Maybe we could...
Wait a minute. Who pays you, motherfucker? GRU? KGB?
Maybe this will
Sake.
refresh your memory.
Oh, it's our tape recorder.
I've talked to David. We've got Soviet agents in our ranks. Anyone could be a spy, even a close friend or a family member.
So?
Maybe all that you told me was a lie.
Oh.
KGB called those women sparrows. They seduced Americans in order to relay information to the Soviet intelligence. Was I really so blinded by love? She won't admit it, but she won't fool me anymore. I'll do what I have to do.
You
Wow.
forged a recording. What have you done?
I
to
mean,
me?
we kind of knew it was
Tell me
coming,
who
right?
phoned.
We
Who
kind
are
of
you
knew
really?
it was coming.
It's not you asking these questions. It's your illness. Your persecutory delusions make you question everything around you. Try to calm down and answer for yourself. Who are
Oh.
Adam or Nicholas, like you said the last time? Who am I talking to right now?
Are you crazy? I know I had KGB on my heels. I've destroyed your relays. This isn't a fucking hospital. You want to get hold of the information I've got. That's all you care about.
Did he ever actually
Patience
work for the
is
CIA?
worse again. Let's apply 400 volts.
Did he ever actually work for the CIA? Like, oh shit. Oh. That's kind of crazy if you think about it. It's sad. But
I can remember now.
Do you?
it seems like he was crazy on both sides, though. Do you? Emma was a spy. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh, I picked the other normal option. No, you know what? Adam was a fucking moron. He was a fucking moron, and we're gonna stick with it till the end. Emma was a fucking Russian spy.
Worked for the Soviets, and she had to pay for it. Now it's your turn.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Adam is gone.
Fuck. Oh, there's the credits. This game was something else, man. I enjoyed it though. It was a good time. As much as it was very strange. Very strange. Can I skip this? Oh, hold spacebar. That's a good song. It's just quite loud, so I can't talk while I'm listening to it. Oh. Oh. Is Adam putting the wall back up? Because we chose evil Adam? After seeing credits. Or after credits scene.
This war is over. But there will be others.
Oh no, okay, so that was Nicholas. I think. That said property of Nicholas, so he wrote the diary. Oh, because that was Nicholas, so he wrote the diary, and then that's the diary that Adam finds, right? And is this maybe it transitioning to the future, and then we get to see the after scene credits for Adam? Or I guess, maybe, because I guess that was him putting the wall back up, yeah. Have to see the other option? I mean, all I can click is new game. I actually don't know that I can see the other option. Yeah, I think I'd have to play all again. Yeah. This game was something else, man. This game was something else. It was very strange on YouTube. I'm gonna leave that up to people. If they want to watch it, they can. If they want to watch it, they can. Very interesting. Very interesting. I didn't hate it. It's good. I wish that the twist for it being two different people, or like the same person and the two different personalities, was later on. Like I wish you found it like right at the end. Do you know what I mean? Because that would have made it so much better. But the fact that you find out, I mean, it's just par for the course. Because people find things out at different paces. So these games with like twists at the end, it's hard because sometimes you really like know the twist like right away. You know what I mean? So it's really hard to judge. Like certain games, just it really depends. It really depends. I don't know. Some games get it so right and some games get it so wrong. But I guess it really just depends on the person. Because, I mean, I went in completely blind, but they could have been a little more subtle with it, right? Like, the beast inside is already pretty big hint to me. Like, I mean, I read that title and I immediately think something psychological, right? Like, I immediately think that. Or I think of least, like, human evil. You know what I mean? Like, people doing evil things. But definitely, like, psychological. But I think they tried to point it as, like, the father was the evil one. Which is, to be fair, like, I mean, until the, like, the witch part, I feel like I didn't realize personally that it was going to be him, you know what I mean? I didn't realize that twist was coming. But, like, the personality thing, I feel like you kind of figured that out a little bit early. Also, I think Adam finding the notebook first and then going to Nicholas, who doesn't know yet, was good, but it took too long for Nicholas to find out, you know what I mean? I feel like they should have kept that bit shorter, so you have this kind of, like, these mixed feelings for Nicholas, where like, oh, do I feel bad for him or do I not? You know what I mean? Because he is the evil one all along. But it felt like it dragged on with him not realizing for a long time, like where you just weren't like he didn't realize, so it just kind of drew it out kind of badly, I think. In terms of the game itself, though, I don't know what to say. It was very strange. I mean, I started out with being able to pick stuff up. Like, I mean, it fucking threw everything under the moon at you. Like, literally every fucking, like, mechanic I can think of, I feel like had some kind of aspect in this game. Like, I genuinely can't think of many other, like, things they could have thrown in. Like, it was just a little bit of everything. It was fucking wild. It was wild. They really threw in it all. Very strange. Very strange. But it wasn't bad, though. I think the only aspect that I really thought was out of place and just not fun, the action chase sequences were kind of fun, but, I mean, like, you kind of just, like, bolt through them, you know what I mean? Like, there is a little bit of shock to it, so they were kind of fun. They weren't too bad. I think there was too many of them. That was the only problem. There was just too many of them. And then the boss fight was really out of place. Like, I don't know why they decided to include that. It was, like, incredibly out of place. It'd be interesting to play this again, though, knowing that they're different, because that's always an interesting aspect, right? Because there's, like, if a game is, or like a twist is done really well, you see it early on, you know what I mean? You see it, like, right away, and you can see these little tiny hints that don't make any sense when you're just playing it for the first time. You don't even consider them, but then you watch it back, when you play it back, it's like, holy shit, this makes so much sense, you know what I mean? But especially with psychological stuff. That's why I'm a big fan of psychological stuff, like where it's the theme of it is like psychological, like horror type stuff. I really enjoy stuff like that. And honestly, the concept of this like split personality, dissociative identity disorder, like I said with the Moon Knight thing, like as soon as you mention the thing with the trauma early on, like trauma as a child, and then you create the other personality to, like, shelter yourself away from it, immediately it was like, holy shit, I remember that from somewhere. And then obviously we figured out it was Moon Knight, which I think that did it very, very well. But it was like, I really enjoyed that show. This didn't do it as well, I would say. But it was interesting, and I liked that the only Adam was so fucking dumb, but I guess, but it wasn't just him being like paranoid though. It was him being dumb. Like the paranoid parts, like it was dumb, right? Because he shouldn't be that paranoid. But it was like to be fair, if you did actually work for the CIA, also it never clarified if he actually worked for the CIA or not. I wonder if he didn't. Oh, like, I'd love to watch back that scene of Emma being killed, you know what I mean? And it's like, just knowing what you know now, you know what I mean? And like, is it, like, or how that feels, you know what I mean? It's just, it's interesting stuff like this. I like it. Honestly, I'd give the game like a 6.5 or a 7. I'd give it like a 6.5 or maybe a 7. Maybe a 7.5. 7 or a 7.5. I like it. I think it's a good game, but not amazing. There's some shortcomings here and there, but I enjoyed it. I think it was a fun experience. I'm not regretful of playing it, and I'm not regretful for purchasing it. I enjoyed it. I don't know how much it is actually, but it was a good game, I'd say. There is worse games out there. It does have pretty positive reviews, which I can understand. Like, the story is interesting, right? Like, because I don't think there's too many things like this. Like that kind of concept, right? Because, like, obviously we said, like, the Split thing and Moon Knight, those were two that it came up with. But I don't know how many more media outlets there are of this kind of idea. But I think, I mean, it does it well. Right? I don't know. I enjoyed it. Hopefully it was fun to watch. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties on the first day that we played it, but hopefully it didn't ruin it too much. I'm happy we finished it today, though. I feel like the story could have concluded a little bit shorter, probably. Like, there was some fun aspects, though. Like, the gameplay elements were kind of fun. Like, scanning the thing, like, like, I don't know. The gameplay elements, like I've explained that I really dislike horror games that are just horror. Like, there's no gameplay, like Outlast. Like, there's basically no fucking gameplay in Outlast. It's like a walking simulator with some hiding and some running, right? Like, there's no fucking gameplay. Like, it's I don't mind walking simulators that are actual walking simulators, if that makes sense. Like, you just walk and you experience the story. Like Layers of Fear, you know what I mean? there wasn't any hiding. There wasn't really any, like, that was literally just walking. Like, you were just experiencing the story and piecing it together, right? And, like, there was some gameplay elements, to be fair, but, like, that was fine. But, like, Outlast didn't have a story, really. Like, the story, I can't even fucking remember what happened in Outlast. Like, I genuinely do not remember what happened in Outlast. At least Layers of Fear, I can remember somewhat, which is pretty good by my standards, because my memory is fucking atrocious. You know what I mean? So, main character was the killer all along. Reveal has been fairly common pretty much forever under various explanations, and a split personality is probably the most common one. I don't know. I think I don't know. I don't think it's that common. At least not in, like, horror aspects, I feel like. Maybe more in, like, mysteries, if that makes sense. But less in, like, horror. Because usually the horror is, it's not, like, I mean, you look at, like, the main horror thing, it's, like, I can't think of anything like that. Like, the main horror genre of, like, movies and stuff, right? Dude, there should be. To be fair, though, that doesn't fit the horror aspect. You know what I mean? 5 naming examples, it's literally spoilers. That's true. That's true. Don't name any examples. For me or for chat. To not spoil, I mean. But I don't know. I mean, like, if you look at, like, the main horror aspects, I guess more in, like, lesser known horror stuff, to be fair. And I don't watch or consume that much horror stuff. I feel like it's more of a trope in mysteries, though, and less in, like, horror, where there's a killer. You know what I mean? Like, a killer chasing you and stuff, right? Whereas it's interesting in this game because you are scared of stuff, but they're never actually there, which explains it all in the end. You know what I mean? Nothing is actually there, but you feel like it's there because you're not sure. And it's interesting that you have this aspect of both, like, they did that really well, I think, like, the aspect of both sides have some kind of, like, correlation, like the Civil War and the Cold War, or, you know, you're following somebody who's doing bad things, you know what I mean? Or you are finding, like, remnants of the past and the present, you know what I mean? Like, trying to piece together what happened before, what happens now, or what is happening now, kind of thing. Like, you're technically are both trying to solve something, right? Like, Nicholas is trying to solve who killed his father, or where his father went, or what happened with his family, and then Adam's trying to solve the mystery of those codes. I'm curious if Adam was actually ever a CIA member. Although I guess Emma wouldn't have married him if he wasn't, right? Because then it would be like, but I guess he could have pretended that it was, like, confidential information and not ever explained it to her. But then he wouldn't have any money, right? So he must have technically, like, he must have actually been part of the CIA, but he just went crazy because he was. Which is interesting, because even at the start of the game, you can see that he's a little crazy with his paranoia, right? Like, but it gets worse and worse as the game progresses, because he gets this validation, which he created himself. Which is interesting, and I wonder what the reasoning is for him doing all of that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, because obviously he's paranoid, but I don't think paranoia, even if you have, like, a paranoia disorder, ever, like, I've never heard of it manifesting in that way where you, like, create it yourself, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? But I guess maybe it's biological, the dissociative identity disorder. So maybe he just ended up having it as well. Also, the hide thing, like, was another dead giveaway, right? So cheeky in the letters from his parents or something. No, yeah, I just like to think that he was so crazy that he created it himself. But to be fair, he didn't seem. But I guess Nicholas really was seeing things, to be fair. But I guess Adam was too, right? Because the doctor at the end said the hallucinations. If we choose to believe that the doctor was real, which I guess we do. But it's up for interpretation, right? To be fair, though, I think the right interpretation is that they were both a little crazy, and I mean, but, like, the stuff that Nicholas was seeing was all fake. But to be fair, I guess the stuff Adam was seeing was fake too, though. Like the spy was never actually really there. The sheriff was, But we never saw the sheriff alive. We only saw him dead. So I guess we disappeared and set all those things up in the time we were losing. We were setting those things up, which is interesting. Oh, it never oh, see, that's the thing. I want to know more, right? I don't really want to know more about Nicholas. I feel like everything kind of closed shut. That's a closed book right there. But in terms of Adam, like, who were those other people he killed? You know what I mean? When did he find the time to set all that stuff up? Like, that was a lot of stuff to have set up. You know what I mean? Or maybe he, no, that's true. That's true. It could just be other. But, like, I want to know why he was sick. Now I really want to know, actually, what the other option was. Because the other option would have been more explanatory, I think, than just choke out the fucking doctor. You know what I mean? Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, he was sleeping less. That's true. So he did have a lot of time. So I guess he was probably leaving the house, right? That's interesting. He was there for a couple months, to be fair. So if he was just doing like a couple hours a day, he could probably get a lot done. He could probably get a lot done eventually. Because they were there for a couple months, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, the time frames weren't super clear to me, but I'm not super great with that kind of stuff. I'm also not great with names or stuff, so I got confused with the whole, like, who was who with the Nicholas story and stuff. Also, to be fair, the technical issues the first day kind of threw me off on keeping track of the story. And then also, it was a couple days since we played again. And I'm just not great, so. I watched the other endings, but I don't know if it really explained much more. Fair enough, fair enough. I enjoyed it, though. I had a good time. I think it was a good game. I would say this is a good game. Was it a great game? No, probably not. But it was a good game, and I enjoyed playing it. Hopefully it was fun to watch. I had a good time. It was a fun experience. I liked it, honestly. I mean, 8.5 hours? 8.5 hours, that's a decent horror game length, I feel like. And definitely a lot of game compared to what you might expect for a first-person horror game like that. No, yeah, like, you get a lot more gameplay elements, which I honestly enjoyed. Like I said, like, I think most of them weren't too out of place or annoying. I think the chase sequence weren't super fun. The strangest thing was that everything was unexpected except for the plot twist and storyline. Yeah, they could have done a little bit better with that. The gameplay elements were fun though, like genuinely. That like they felt and looked tacked on. Like maybe watching even like they like probably looked like, oh, you know, that's like a lame mechanic or whatever. But honestly, like actually playing with them, interacting with them, a lot of it was pretty fun. Like the only things that I really didn't enjoy was like the action chase sequences were a little like there was a bit too many of them. I think one or two here and there. I like made 3-4 throughout the course of the game, but there was quite a few of them, and maybe just a bit too many. But like the little bit of code breaking stuff mixed in with the thriller aspect, you know what I mean? Oh, and the boss fight. That was the main bad thing. The boss fight was really just not good. Like it wasn't super interactive, it wasn't super difficult, it was just like click on him, you know what I mean? So try to bamboozle you with constant new mechanics in the hope you not notice the giant red neon sign spelling out the plot twist. Yeah, I think the plot twist being a little bit more hidden, no boss fight, and honestly, I think that's about it. Like, no boss fight, and the plot twist being a bit more hidden, and I feel like this game could have easily been like an 8 or a 9 for me. Like, because like the atmosphere was really good. Like, I feel like I was interested in what was happening. I was like pretty invested in what was happening. I wanted it. Also, the story was a little drawn out in the end. I feel like I really I wanted to see what was happening, but it didn't really happen. It wasn't really happening, right? But I think that's because the Nicholas part at the end was a little drawn out, right? Like I was a little like disappointed with how drawn out it was. But I feel like if they had made that bit shorter as well, but like it was cool to switch between like the horror gameplay of Nicholas and then like the thriller of Adam, which is interesting. Also, Adam was just so fucking dumb though. I really that part was annoying. Adam being less dumb. That would have been nice. That would have been nice. So, please watch the clips of this game with chat. Can I show them on screen easily? I'll see if I can try and show them. Collect all notes as... I'm looking at the screenshot, sorry. It's interesting. There's a couple find all hidden messages, so I missed a couple things. Newsflash. Oh, I think you probably just hit the radio every time, right? You probably hit the radio a couple times, or every time. There's probably a new thing on the radio every time. Because I noticed that I could interact with it towards the end on one of the things. That's interesting. Because it's a hidden achievement, so I don't know what it is. But I assume you hit the radio every time, listen to all the radios. Oh, I wonder what they actually said on them. I don't think it was anything too interesting. The first one was just about the Cold War, so. Collect all notes as Adam. Didn't get that. Collect all notes as Nicholas. Didn't get that either. There's some stuff I missed. Find all the hidden messages. The hidden messages weren't too important, though. There's the other endings. Wow, actually, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? More people, I think, chose the ending of Bad Nicholas than choosing the good ending with Nicholas. 1.4% more people chose the evil ending. Which is pretty funny. More people, I think a lot less people, though. Like, over 2%. Chose the good ending with Adam, which I feel like for me it was the complete opposite. I was like, fucking whatever. Adam can fucking, like, he can just go crazy. Who the fuck gives a shit, right? But I mean, because Emma was already dead as well at that point. You know what I mean? Like, Emma was already dead. Like, why should I care? You know what I mean? Like, why should I care? They probably want to save his wife. Oh, yeah, maybe if you do choose evil Nicholas, maybe it doesn't kill her. No, but I think she died in the opening scene, didn't she? She died in the opening scene, so I think she was dead no matter what. Which is interesting. That's actually changes things a lot if you think about it. If you actually think, like, she died. And so you always knew she was going to die, which I didn't think about. I honestly thought that we could keep her safe. Well, I didn't think we could keep her safe because it's quite linear, right? But I thought whatever happened was going to happen. But I don't remember if you actually see her die in the opening. I feel like you did. I feel like you saw the axe, like, go into her head because I remember thinking it was pretty fucking brutal. Like, they did have some pretty brutal, like, killing scenes, honestly. Given how much you wanted to stop a couple hours ago, then draw it in and finish it, was probably a testament how interesting the concept was. No, yeah, I really wanted to see what was happening. The story was good. The story was really good. I enjoyed it. And the gameplay wasn't bad. Like, I didn't hate playing it. Like, Outlast, I really did not have any fun playing the game. There was nothing... Oh, that's me. Outlast, I just didn't have any fun. Alien Isolation, like... I would say there wasn't really a story there. Like, you weren't trying to find out any twist. Like, you were kind of trying to figure out, like, where the alien came from. But, I mean, it's not really, like, anything crazy. You know what I mean? It's like, alien came from alien planet. You know, they were trying to, you know, research something. They did a little too much. And they, you know, released a crazy alien. And now aliens killing people, right? Like, not too much of a, like, story there to, like, uncover. You know what I mean? So I'm not like that, but the gameplay was really good in the atmosphere. The atmosphere was really good. Do you want to actually know, or do you want to say the replayability? No, I'd say leave it. I'd say leave it. Because will I ever play this game again? Maybe not. But the idea that I think I could save. I also think sometimes it's fun to leave stuff up for interpretation, right? I also think that something like this is as replayable as it gets. Also, like, I'm curious, like, I really don't feel like we explored the whole map. Like, I really feel like there was more stuff going on. Like, that radio tower, do you think we could have climbed up there? Maybe not. It did seem kind of out of bounds. But those chests, like, what were in the chests? You know what I mean? Were all the red X's chests? Or, like, and what was in them? How do you unlock them? You know what I mean? Like, how open was it? Could I have just walked around that open map for as long as I wanted? You know what I mean? Like, could I have just walked around? Like, it's so strange. That game was just strange. It was very strange, like, in terms of the gameplay. Like, it really, like, it was like they just went everywhere. They did whatever the fuck they wanted. They were just like, fuck it. Fucking, this guy is like an ice spirit, and he fucking, his heart is still beating, and he fucking, like, chases after you, and then he shoots out ice waves, and, oh, now there's a boss fight, you fucking, like, it's like, what the fuck? Like, what was going on? Now there's an evil witch in the woods. You know what I mean? Like, it was, like, it was interesting. Very interesting in terms of the gameplay. But, I mean, most of it was fun. Like, pretty much all of it was fun. I think the miners in the mine, like, they could have been a bit more difficult. They were a bit too easy. The stuff inside the inn was fun. Stuff, I'd be tempted to say they didn't know what they wanted the game to be, but given the sheer amount of random shit, it's more like random shit is what they wanted the game to be. No, yeah, like, I would 100% agree, because, like, I was thinking the same thing, is like, you know, maybe they just didn't know what they were doing, or they didn't know what they wanted it to be like, gameplay-wise, but, like, that's not usually what ends up happening if they don't want, like, if people don't know what they want when they're developing their game. It usually kind of, like, switches paces, like, in between, and, like, the gameplay elements felt tacked on, but they felt sure of themselves, even though they were tacked on, if that makes sense. Like, they worked, honestly. The boss fight really pulled you out of the initial immersive horror feel? No, it did. It pulled me out of it for sure. I'm not sure if you just meant, like, in general, or me specifically. It completely changed the tone. I think the boss fight, you just, like, completely remove that. And, like, literally, just, like, I don't know what you could do instead, but, like, something about the judge, like, maybe the fog, you have to stay near light or something, you know what I mean? Like, the fog closes in, you have to stay near a light source, and he, like, runs up to you and then, like, kind of dissipates into ghost if you're next to a light source, you know what I mean? And then you just make your way to the inn, and then when you get there, you're safe, you know what I mean? And not, like, a full-on, like, fucking boss fight and, like, with a gun. Like, that just made no sense. Like, it was super strange. Something like that would have felt a lot better, I feel like. But yeah, I don't know. The boss fight was super, super weird. The boss fight was bad. Let's be honest. It was bad. I definitely was less scared this day. The first day was a lot of, like, just genuine, like, normal horror stuff, right? I don't know. It was good. I mean, like, I feel like it really, like, changed the, that guy hasn't showed up in ages, yeah. That's a good name for the clip. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It was a weird one, man. It was a weird one in terms of the gameplay, but I enjoyed it. I'd give it a 7. 7.5. No explanation of who that fucking ghost was. Yeah, who the fuck was the guy in the, like, the straight jacket? I think he was wearing, like, a straight jacket, or he was wearing some kind of, like, mental asylum type, like, outfit of, like, a patient, right? Like, who the fuck was he? I thought it was us, right? Like, I thought that was supposed to be us. Maybe it is, though, right? No, I choose to believe. There was no explanation, but I choose to believe that that's who it was, that it was us, because it always seemed like it was trying to help us. And although it did jump out at us sometimes, but I choose to believe that it was trying to help us. And maybe it was the concept of before, like, it was a concept of us during our treatment or after the treatment, before we came back here, right? Like, it trying to, like, before we got drawn back into the split personality, because supposedly I don't know. Was Nicholas losing any time during it? I don't think he was, right? He was seeing stuff, but he wasn't losing time. I think Adam was losing time, which is interesting because it's Nicholas reliving what happened, right? Like, he's reliving what happened in the past and reliving what him going through it, but Adam was going through it for the first time, right? Adam was losing time for the first time and he didn't understand. But Nicholas was seeing past him in the events of the past where he had lost time, which is interesting. It's interesting that Nicholas's notes were triggering Adam to lose time, though, because it was whenever we found one, right? But I mean, that was probably just like a nice segue. There's probably no actual correlation there, or like connection. Probably just it was a nice segue for you to switch characters. You know what I mean? And then come back and notice that he is somewhere else and is confused what happened and all that. What's interesting is that he always woke up and was like, "Oh my god, my wife." Like, every time he was like, "Oh my god, my wife." But when he was off, like, gallivanting around, he didn't care. You know what I mean? He was like, "All right, stay here. I'm gonna go find him myself. Don't worry. I'm gonna go find him." But then, as soon as he woke up, he was like, "Oh shit." And I would say, like, oh, it was his alternate personality, right? But it wasn't. Because when he lost time was supposed to be the alternate side, right? That was when he was going around and being spy Adam, where he was setting up all his spy shit. It's kind of crazy how much spy shit he actually set up if you think about it. Also, the concept that he was spying on himself. Oh, also, to be fair, there was a note inside the spy shed where it said the motherfucker was basically like he slept in the bed, right? Which is pretty funny now that I think about it, right? That's a pretty funny little mention. Pretty funny. No, that's true. That's true, actually. Yeah, actually, it might not have been the ID. That's true. Because there was no mention of trauma, and there was no, like, it wasn't so much like he was hiding from anything. It was more so like he was just having hallucinations and losing time. But to be fair, that is the exact, like, you do lose time with the ID. That is the main thing, from what I know of it. So it does seem like a correlation there, but you can lose time from other things as well. Like, but he was having hallucinations. The doctor did say that, right? So he created his own. That's true. That's true. But he only figured that out at the end, though, right? He only figured out who the masked man was at the end. Oh, I guess oh no, that's true. Actually, he could have figured it out early. But to be fair, he didn't have Hyde or the beast inside, right, to go off of. And without those things, like, literally, I think you remove those two things, and I think the twist gets a lot less obvious. Right? I think the twist gets a lot less obvious. I'm just saying. But it was enjoyable, though. I had a good time. And there's some good clips. Hopefully, everybody enjoyed the horror gameplay. I'm probably going to play something a little less horrific next. Something a little less that puts me on edge. There were still some spooky moments in, like, the second session. Like the... I don't know. I think the boss fight... No, that's true. That's true. I think there is enough pieces. It just doesn't jump out at you, right? Which is what you want, right? Because if it doesn't jump out at you, like the twist, then you're not going to notice it when you're focusing on other things. But then once it's revealed, you'll be like, oh, that makes so much sense. But if it jumps out at you, then you're going to kind of piece it together and have a theory before it's actually revealed. And I think that's the main problem, is that, like, You don't want it to jump out. You want it to be not make any sense. I think that's where people go wrong with twists, is they feel like they need to make it obvious, or like they need to kind of, they need to like make it jump out at you. But I guess to be fair, it's hard to gauge like what's going to be a big enough hint, right? And it is personal preference, right? Like or not preference, but it is personal experience. Like people like figure things out differently. You know what I mean? Like people piece things together at a different pace. People pick up on different clues. You know what I mean? Like, so it is a lot different. So it's hard to find one speed that fits all. You know what I mean? Like some clues that will always work for people. So I can understand the difficulty, and it just sometimes it hits, sometimes it misses with stuff like that, like big twists. So, yeah, I think the pacing of the game is really good, though. I think like towards the end, I'd say like 75% of the way through, it did kind of slow down a little bit, which I feel like it didn't need to. It could have kept the same speed going. I think the Adam stuff had a good pacing at the end. I think the Nicholas stuff kind of slowed down a bit too much, in my opinion. Because like the Adam stuff, like you found the sheriff dead, right? And it was like, okay, the spy's ramping up what he's doing. You know what I mean? Now he's killing people. Now he's, you know what I mean? Like he killed the sheriff, and now, you know, he might kill us. You know what I mean? And now, then it's like, okay, and then you find all his spy stuff, right? Well, I mean, to be fair, you found the guy in the basement after the spy stuff, but like this finding all the spy stuff is like, oh, holy shit, he's been spying us a long time. You know what I mean? They got a whole setup out here. You know what I mean? Like it ramped up at a good pace, I feel like, and Adam was kind of figuring things out at a good pace, like in terms of like the story escalating. Adam is still dumb as a bag of rocks. I don't understand how he's so dumb. Like the paranoid stuff, like I said, like it was dumb, but it was like, okay, you know what I mean? Like he's paranoid. He shouldn't be this paranoid. It's annoying how paranoid he is. You know what I mean? Like, fucking Adam is paranoid as shit. But it wasn't like, oh, you're dumb. You know what I mean? Like, but Adam was just dumb. He's like, all right, you stay here. I'm gonna go run off into the woods. I'm gonna go into this mine because why the fuck not? I'm gonna skip through this cave so I can get back home instead of just going the normal route. Like, I mean, if you actually think about it, you might think, okay, well, the cave's to save time, right? You know what I mean? He wants to get back and protect his wife. And it's like, yes, but no. Because going through a cave makes no fucking sense. This isn't like a well-documented cave that, like, people travel through the entire, like, often. You know what I mean? This is a fucking cave that is probably nobody's been in for years. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you're just gonna, you know, it's not like a little detour. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, what are you thinking? Just take the bridges. You know what I mean? Take the bridges and just go fast. You know what I mean? It's like, it makes no sense. Like, it was just, I don't know. I can't remember as many things of him being dumb now on the spot, but like, I don't think I was overreacting. He was dumb as a bag of rocks. As the bridges, they were all very safe. That's a good point, actually. Maybe Adam was smarter than we thought. Yeah, I didn't mind the paranoid stuff, honestly. I don't think that's why he was dumb. I think it was very much so other aspects. If he had seen the guy and then somehow fall into the mine and had to venture through to get back, I feel like he'd be 100% less stupid, because then it would have been his choice. Yeah, I don't know. Adam made some very, very stupid decisions. Like, he made incredibly stupid decisions. Like, going after the sheriff is also a dumbass decision. Like, also, he had the keys to the cop car. Why wouldn't he just get in the car with his wife and drive away? Just drive. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Drive away. Like, it's like she was up there in the house. I'm just saying. Also, it's interesting. Because that's illegal. You can't do that. The guy fucking died. The guy died. The sheriff was dead. That's true. That could be true, yeah. Somewhere deep in his subconscious, he knows the truth. That he knows it's not real. That is true, though, actually. That is true. That would be like his fantasy. You know what I mean? That he wanted to capture the spies, you know, reveal the truth, bring them to, like, you know, be the hero. I wouldn't say bring them to justice, because they're not really doing anything bad. But be the hero. Capture the bad guy. So... But, like, the thing about his wife being the Sparrow thing, by the way, I wonder if there was more hints at that. Because, like, we guessed that he would eventually get paranoid of his wife, right? Like, that is, like, very obvious. But I feel like it happened right at the end. Like, I feel like it should have happened sooner. You know what I mean? Because he didn't show any signs of not trusting her until the very end of literally the end of the game, the end credits, you know what I mean? Beware the Sparrow. Yeah, that makes no sense too, because I really wish that there was more like knowledge there, because like if you think about it, like that doesn't make sense, because if he left that for himself, then it was his other personality who left it for himself, telling him to beware of the spy. But then, so I guess to be fair, it was just all of it was just feeding into itself, right? There was no actual like reasoning to it, because like with Nicholas's, it made sense because this person was like the other personality was like trying to right these wrongs, right, and cleanse the evil in quotations, and it was to protect him from, you know, the abuse and the, like, you know, it was to what's the word, like shelter himself from it, right? But with the Adam stuff, it doesn't make any sense, any of the stuff he did, because like he made the thing to then spy on himself for him to then find and think that he was being spied on, to then try to find a spy. But like in that situation, like he would have had to leave the note telling himself to beware of his wife, therefore warning himself of his own paranoia that he was then feeding into. So it's like very strange where that comes into play. Because like when he was, we'll say, you know, smart Adam, when he was smart Adam, not, well, I guess we'll say, I don't know, there's spy Adam, and also did his wife never figure out that she only ever saw someone watching her when Adam wasn't around? Adam was never around. Even when Adam wasn't losing time, Adam wasn't around. Like, that's the thing. Even when Adam was normal, he wasn't around. He was never around. Motherfucker spent like 1 hour a day inside that fucking house, I swear to God. Like, he was just like, hey, what's up? Oh, yeah, you're doing good? Cool, I'll see you later. Like, it was like, what the fuck? Because, like, I guess all those events happened over the course of, like, a couple days. Well, no. No, actually, no, because time passed. Remember? The weird shit at the start happened. So he lost the time. So, see, this is what I mean, though, right? He's there when he's not losing time. No, that's true. That's true. Well, no, because he's not sleeping, though, right? But I guess that's true. Because he's not sleeping, so we're saying that he's also doing stuff when he's not sleeping. Because otherwise he wouldn't have time to set all that stuff up. But the thing is, what's interesting is that at the start of the game, I'd be curious to find, because at the start of the game, I swear he's more comfortable, right? He's less stressed. So, yeah, that's true. A month to settle. I wonder what the time frame is. Yeah, because at the start of the game, oh no, how many days was it? How many days was it when? Remember, I said there was a couple days and they set the whole house up. Do you remember? Was it days or was it weeks? I think it was like 11 days, wasn't it? I think it was 11 days that I kept going on about. Because, so like, I don't know how much time actually passed. But at the start of the game, he seems a lot less stressed and like less paranoid. But he finds stuff, and then he finds yeah, there was more time skips, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know how long they were. I wish they had kind of indicated that a little bit more. I remember you disagree with the possible reality of it, though. That would be absurd for people to fully decorate a house like that. Like, nobody decorates a house like that after moving in. Like, it's insane. That is insane. Like, people take forever. People take forever to do that shit. And they did it, like, really well. Like, if you actually saw the state of the house, I mean, you did see the state of the house, but if you actually think about the state of the house before the transition, there was shit everywhere. Like, stuff was still in boxes. The walls hadn't been painted. Like, fair enough. But when he first loses time, I feel like he starts setting up stuff right then. You know what I mean? It's this whole thing you're focusing on. I say it's doable. I honestly disagree. Like, they set up every room in that fucking house. That house was big, man. Like, that is a big fucking house. Like, you still have to think, like, what about, like, time to make food? You know what I mean? Or, like, eat, sleep. You know what I mean? Like, watch some TV. You know what I mean? Relax. Like, you have to have some time. If it's the only thing you're doing all day, maybe. But, like, even then. Like, what? You're fucking working on it, like, 16 hours a day? Maybe? No, yeah. He lost time immediately when they moved in. Which I wonder what he set up at that point. You know what I mean? Like, what he goes and does. Because, like, at that point, I guess he starts getting paranoid. I think he does start hinting at it. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you know what I mean? The deer, that's true. He steals the fuse. So he steals the fuse. Oh, and also, to be fair, how soon after does she notice the person watching? You know what I mean? Because maybe that's why she was so angry. Is because he left randomly, right after they show up at this new fucking house. And she's like, where the fuck did he just go? And then she thinks she sees somebody outside. But she doesn't mention it because they're in a new place. And she might just be freaking out. You know what I mean? Because he's fucking gone. But it makes sense why she was so angry. She was freaking out. And there was somebody fucking watching her from behind a tree. But it was actually just Adam creeping. It was just Adam creeping on her. And also, like, he went to the Firewatch thing. But, like, if you think about it, he also set up the Firewatch thing. He set up the cabin. He set up the tent. He set up the treehouse. This motherfucker, how fucking much time did this guy have at his house? Like, how did he have so much time to do all of this? That's insane. That's insane. That's insane. But yeah, I think he was just it fed into his paranoia, and then he started doing crazy things because I guess he was stressed. Because I mean, to be fair, he did say at the start of the game it was talking about how he was like really stressed and couldn't get anything done, or like was just freaking out all the time, right? It's interesting seeing his paranoia escalate, though. It was really interesting. It was fun. It was fun. I think it was well done, honestly. Yeah. It was because he was stressed and paranoid and couldn't focus. So. Yeah, no, that's the thing. It doesn't make any sense, but I don't think it's supposed to, right? Because it's not supposed to be DID, which I think is fair, right? Because you kind of put that correlation together because it's supposed to be like the two of them are related, you know what I mean? Like, and it's supposed to be like they're like parallels. But I don't think they're actually supposed to be parallels to that degree. Which is strange because I wouldn't assume so, but I would assume it was supposed to be, but so like I don't think any of it makes sense. I think the only thing that really makes sense is that he was stressed out and started being delusional, and just started losing time. I don't know what was causing him to lose time. And then when he was losing time, he was just doing these things without any rhyme or reason just because he was delusional. You know what I mean? So I think... Oh, but it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Unless... This is my best theory. That when he was losing time, he wasn't going to an alter personality, right? Or he was still him, right? And the reason he set up all that spy shit wasn't to set up Russian spy stuff, right? And pretend there was a Russian spy. It was to spy on his wife, right? And it was to spy on, like, and it was to protect himself from the spies. You know what I mean? So, like, he was just being paranoid as well. And it kind of fed all into each other because he found it and thought it was spies. Because that makes sense why there's bugs set up all around the place instead of just at his house. Because the bugs are to protect himself from spies, right? It's to find people spying on him. That makes a lot more sense. Because the bugs being set up all around the woods makes no fucking sense for people spying on him. Because why would they need, like, why is he going to go up into a random treehouse? You know what I mean? Why, like, and even if he did go up into a random treehouse, what kind of information would he, like, give away in this random treehouse? You know what I mean? You'd only bug his house if you were actually somebody spying on him. So I think it was him trying to protect himself from the spies in paranoia, right? Because he thought he was being spied on, or he thought he was going to be spied on. So he created all this, like, defense, like an electric fence. And I don't know if the electric fence was him creating it, but endless feedback loop. Yeah, pretty fucked up one, honestly, because he was just trying to protect himself, I feel like. Protect himself, but then he started thinking that his wife was in on it. But I feel like, but that's the thing, is that he only, that note at the end, or that video recorder, it was him saying, like, oh, she's a spy, you know what I mean? I can't trust her, whatever, right? But I'll do what I have to do. It seemed like that was him feeling like it was a spy, you know what I mean? Like, that was the point where he had decided, you know what I mean? Like, where she was one, or like where he needed to worry about it. So I don't feel like he was worried about it before that point. So I don't think he was specifically spying on her. But I don't know. There's questions. Too many questions to be answered. Too many questions to be answered. I don't think I'll answer them completely, though. That's the thing. I don't think you'll ever come to any kind of like, I think there's too many questions that are left in this game. I don't think they all come to a like a set conclusion. So I'm happy the webcam didn't break, and I'm happy we've, like, decided to play it today because I did enjoy it, and I am happy that we finished it. I would like to play something else, something a little less spooky. Started buying more and more into his delusions and fantasies. Yeah, because of the feedback loop. Like, he was finding them, which meant he believed them more because he actually thought somebody was spying on him. Like, he found evidence of somebody else being in the woods, so he felt like there was somebody else out in the woods. But in reality, it was him who was out in the woods. Actually, if you, like, this is the thing, if you go back and play it, that stuff, like, that he finds right at the start of the game, I wonder if it all makes sense, like what he was doing in correlation to what he thought was happening, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, he originally goes up into the attic and finds, like, a secret attic thing, and he's like, oh, you know, there's somebody was hiding up here, and then he goes and finds the note, and he gets scared, right, by, like, the door closing. He thinks it was Emma, but it was probably just a wind or something, right? But he lost some time, and then you find the quantum thing, right? And then you find the quantum thing, and you see evidence of somebody hiding stuff or like using rope, right? But like him using the rope and stuff, I mean, it might make more sense because those are the first steps that he's doing when he lost time. You know what I mean? It's not like a big thing. It might make more sense. But then because he's finding evidence of somebody doing those things, which might make sense, he thinks more and more of it. Killing the deer. Yeah, I don't understand the deer part. The deer part's a little questionable. I don't understand the point of why he decided he needed to hide the fuse inside the deer. That was strange. That was strange. I don't understand why. So like, I guess no, because he must have been delusional to the point of actually being the bad guy. You know what I mean? Like, because that doesn't make any sense, because why would he hide the fuse from himself? You know what I mean? What was the point of hiding the fuse from himself? Like, say, like, because the only person that's going to hurt is you. You know what I mean? Because if he was trying to spy on people who are spying, why hide the fuse for your house? You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense. So, I don't know. I don't know if any of it will ever make sense. I don't know if it ever adds up. Because sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes there's plot holes, right? In pretty much everything. Every story kind of has plot holes if you look hard enough. But the thing is that the things with plot twists are like not very like self-explanatory stories are the things that you look hard enough for. You know what I mean? So I don't think that's its fault, really. I thought it did a good job. And I think my closing thoughts are, it was a fun, entertaining game. It was a fun, entertaining horror game. I liked that it was horror and thriller. I liked the back and forth. I liked the storyline. I liked the gameplay elements as much as they felt tacked on. Like I said, I pointed out a couple that were kind of bad. Boss battle mostly. I think the boss battle really kind of threw off the like immersion and everything really badly. I think everything else was pretty fun. Like, I mean, like, as much as like, you know, clipping the bolt cutters or like pulling the boards or like turning the levers looked kind of like, you know, just kind of like basic mechanics, they were really fun and immersive. Like, it was really fun to do those things. I don't know why. I can't explain it. Like, the quantum analyzer, like following the trail and scanning it and getting this like this insight into somebody doing something that you're worried about, you know what I mean, was really interesting. And it was they were just fun mechanics. They were fun. A lot of them, like pretty much all of them were fun. Like, I don't really, like the boss fight was pretty much the only one where I really wasn't having a good time. It was just kind of basic, boring, and not difficult in any way, and just kind of broke the immersion. I think the boss fight could have just been completely removed, honestly. I don't know. Like, maybe just hearing like whispers. What about the stealth sections? The stealth sections were not great, but they're par for the course when it comes to horror games. As much as I complained about them, they're par for the course, and they weren't like bad. Oh, for fuck's sake! Of course. So we're going. Okay. So we're going inside Crazy Nicholas. Okay. I hate these fucking out of context clips, man. We're going inside Crazy Nicholas. There is some good clips though. There is some good clips. The shadow? Oh, this is when the sheriff got up, right? I wonder if that was a glitch or if that was on purpose. Oh! Wait! Oh my god! Watch back the fucking sheriff clip. You can see him move. He wakes up. I'm almost certain he wakes up. Like, even before he's out of view. Oh, is it a Nicholas note? Oh, fuck. He wasn't dead. So, Oh my god. Yeah, so he wakes up, you end up fighting with him, you end up like somehow you fall in the well, right? Like, so it wasn't that he put the body in there, like that he put himself in there to feel like there was a spy. Like he actually ended up just getting stuck in the well, I feel like. You know what I mean? Like, and then he is driving the car into the lake to hide the bodies. He's driving the car into the lake to hide the bodies. He was trying to, I mean, he fucking killed people. Which is interesting. So did he think that those people... Nicholas note? Oh, fuck. Did he maybe find... Oh, maybe all the tents that you find, those were the people that Adam actually murdered them because he thought they were spies out in the woods. He thought they were spies out in the woods. So he murders them. I don't know. Interesting. It's very interesting. Very interesting ideas. They're out in the woods, definitely Russian spies. Yeah. No, it's got really interesting concepts. You know what? I want to give it an 8. I want to give it an 8. We'll say 7.5. We'll say 7.5. I think the boss battle, the optimization's not great. I thought the atmosphere was good. Although the noise for Adam when you're doing from a 6 to an 8, it was a 6.5. It was a 6.5. It was never a 6. 6.5 was the lowest. But the atmosphere was pretty good. I really liked the atmosphere. I think the graphics were a bit meh, and the optimization was a bit meh. But I thought the voice acting was pretty good, all things considered, which I think can sometimes be a lacking part in horror games, at least lower quality or lower like budget horror games. Really, no, that is not the only reason. Come on. I thought the noise was really good though. Other than the footsteps, it was really annoying. The footsteps I fucking hated with a passion. But other than the footsteps, like being off to the side a little bit, which I'm not sure if it was intended or not. If it was intended, that's really annoying. If it wasn't intended, that's also really annoying. Because like, fair enough, like some ambient noises, but actually just placing your footsteps just a little bit away from you is really dumb. I don't like that. I think that's a cheap tactic. Although it got me a lot, so I guess fair enough. Can you actually explain this clip for me? I fucking No, that is true. I think they did a good job with the sound, honestly. There was a tune or like an ambient noise that played for there was an ambient noise that played for Adam a lot, which they maybe could have made some more noises, but I started associating that with this idea of like there's a spy, like there's like this creepy spy dude spying on me, you know what I mean? And it really fit that feel. It really fit that feel. So I thought that was really good, honestly. So even though it was the same tune all the time, I started associating it with that feeling of maybe not paranoia, but uneasiness. You know what I mean? I started associating it with that uneasiness. And so whenever I heard it, I kind of felt uneasy. You know what I mean? So even though it was used a lot, I feel like it was used a lot in like a good way. Actual clip this time, I swear. Okay. This is when I got knocked by the thing, yeah. Oh my fucking god, dude. Why does it do that? Why does it do that? That really upset me. Really upset me. What do you want me to actually explain, though? Oh my fucking god, dude. Why does it do that? Why does it do that? like stealth parts in non-horror games where you can actually like kill the enemies and like hide their bodies and stuff. I like that. That made me jump so bad. Fucking hell. There's a couple good jumps today still. But it definitely the like the what you call it changed. The atmosphere. Oh, I saw this before. Go 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 go. Oh my fucking god. That got me really bad. I like you can see how much my mouth freaks the fuck out. Oh my fucking god. That's a good clip. That's a real good clip. That is a good one. That's a good one too. It's a cheap scare. It's a cheap scare, but it checks out. It's a cheap scare, but it checks out. We're gonna have to do a door here. Was it far enough away? Was it far enough away? Come on, Nicholas. Come on. Come on. Oh, good job. Good job, Nicholas. The disembodied. Oh, fucking hell, dude. I wasn't ready for that. That guy hasn't shown up in ages. He didn't. He didn't show up for ages, and he scooped me. How do these clips have so many views? I don't understand. Watch on stream? Oh, I have to like bring them up, and then I have to like open all of them. I'm not gonna watch anymore, anyways. I watched most of them, most of the good ones. How do these get so many views? I don't understand. Like me rewatching them. Oh, okay, fair enough. That makes sense. And they all have 3. Which, okay, like, fair enough. I'm not that confused about that, right? But the double tap one has 9. How does it have 9 already? Did you really rewatch it that many times? Did it have 9 already? Did you really rewatch it that? Go away. Did you really rewatch it that many times? Why did you rewatch it 11 times now? Oh, you wanted me to explain. It just looked like your lantern swung weirdly. No, no, it's the same thing that happened the first day, where I stood on something and I bumped into the cabinet, and it like, do you not see how much like I get like flung? I get like flung forwards, which is really jolty. I guess you can't tell. Oh my fucking god, dude! Why does it do that? It happened on the first day too. I don't know what the clip would be called. Dude, how much do you fucking watch these? This has 27 views. I think we're just gonna power through. Oh, the webcam died. What perfect timing. What perfect timing. Okay, well, we're gonna disable it. When I say perfect timing, I actually mean it. That was actually perfect timing. Not all the views are me. I think that's a fucking lie. I think it's a lie. Oh, surely just the wind. It's only an 8-second clip. I wanted to see more of, I don't know. I don't know where the clip would be where I get knocked by it. But I get knocked by it on the first day. I don't know what it would be called. But I remember you clipped it because I remember watching it. It might have been Revenge the Cabinet? Yeah, was it Revenge? Oh, yeah, it was. Or no, it was the teacup. Also, keeping... No, it was Revenge of the Cabinet. Yeah. Like a dusty old cabinet? I don't feel like that's... Yeah. So I bump... So when I move Revenge of the Cabinet without the name, I move the teacup and it, like, jolts me. It's like... It's some kind of weird physics. It's like the physics freak out. So... And it happened again that time. It, like, kind of, like, jolts you forward with, like, a momentum. So... We're just going to power through his post on the Clips channel? Still, I don't think that many people watch it. So it's like he freaked out and moved. No, yeah, like, I'm not even touching the keyboard. It just, like, jolts me forward. Well, I am touching the keyboard, but I don't move there at all. The only thing I move is the mouse, and the mouse is just moving from, like, my reactionary scare. Like, I wasn't moving it on purpose. Like, I was literally just standing there looking at the teacup or, like, looking at the book those times. And it just, like, reactionary, like jolts you forward because of the physics freaking out. Because you're, like, moving something in between you and an object, I guess. Like, it's, like, trying to squeeze the object between you and it, but it's hitting both hitboxes and kind of, like, jolts forward. I don't know. Like, freaks out and pushes you away. Something like that. But yeah, I am gonna jump while holding stuff to avoid the mess up. You can, yeah. I have seen some crazy stuff. So, the picking up objects and stuff was fun though. It was fun. I do plan to. I am probably gonna end the stream. It is 3. I don't want to fuck up my sleep. It's also been an already decently length stream. 6 hours isn't too bad. 6.5. I enjoyed the talking about the game after. I enjoyed playing the game. Hopefully it was fun to watch. I'm happy the webcam didn't die the whole time.